Rosemary at CBC. My constituents are practically howling at me that Trudeau needs to call an election. I'm shaking in my boots just thinking about telling him face to face. I'm rounding up 23 of my fellow Liberals to write him a heartfelt letter begging him to, please call an election. Seriously, I'm just too spineless to face him myself. I'd rather text in my safe space here on the John.
The context of this comes from Pierre's remarks, which you'll hear after I speak about 24 MPs whom he describes as cowardly and spineless, sitting on the toilet in fear. These MPs are apparently telling Trudeau he needs to step down because their constituents are demanding it. However, they're too scared to show their faces or reveal their identities, instead returning to their writings and claiming they've confronted Trudeau, but they're too frightened to do it directly. What's odd is that they've shared this with Rosemary Barton, a close friend of Trudeau at the CBC, while Trudeau carries on as if everything is fine within the Liberal Party. Now let's hear Pierre's own words about these MPs who I see as spineless. Take a listen.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
24 Liberal MPs went to his caucus today to tell him that he's not worth the crime, cost, or corruption. They wanted to tell him that he's doubled housing costs, doubled the national debt, sent 2 million people to the food banks, but he wouldn't let them. He silenced half of the dissidents. In fact, some were intimidated so much so that even Rosemary Barton, the Prime Minister's favorite journalist, said people don't have phones in the room and some people are going to the bathroom texting us. Mr. Speaker, will the Prime Minister text those dissident Liberal MPs, tell them to come out of the bathroom and tell the whole world that he's not worth the cost?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, in our caucus, people have always been free to speak their mind and have different perspectives.
Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker.